As a general rule, Michael B. Jordan must be mentioned when discussing individuals who are now on the rise. He has recently emerged as one of the most well-known figures in entertainment and has been progressing at a rate that is very inspiring to witness. At this point, he has been in a number of superhero flicks and has become well-known through numerous more movies. Michael B. Jordan is well-known for his work in films such as Black Panther and Creed, as well as television shows such as The Wire. Not only for his acting, but also for his excellent looks and athleticism, he has become a global phenomenon among both men and women. There appears to be almost nothing that could topple Jordan's career right now. But what else is there to know about the superstar? Join us in this video as we reveal 10 things you probably didn't know about Michael B. Jordan. Number 10. His first role was on The Sopranos, not The Wire. Most people believe Jordan made his acting debut on HBO's The Wire. Although his part as the youthful, street-smart Wallace established his career, his first professional credit was a one-time cameo in a Season 1 episode of HBO's The Sopranos when he was 12 years old. Before beginning his journey on The Wire, he appeared on an episode of CBS's Cosby and in the 1999 film Black and White and the 2001 Hardball. He also appeared in Parenthood. He played Alex, a recovered alcoholic who desperately wanted to be with one of the major characters, but always seemed to run into some sort of obstacle that prohibited them from being together, or was just an obstruction they had to work through. On the other hand, Fruitvale Station gave him his debut in a leading role. For the first time, he took the lead in a picture, and it was a powerful film that he was given to captain, since it deals with a very sensitive subject that people have been protesting for years now. And while we're on the subject of roles, did you know he was almost cast as Harry Osborn in The Amazing Spider-Man 2? He was considered for the role but lost to Dane DeHaan. And speaking of almost being cast, he was also considered for the character Sam Wilson, also known as Falcon, in Captain America: The Winter Soldier, but it was given to Anthony Mackie instead. If you think those roles are rather odd choices for him, just keep in mind that he played Johnny Storm in the Fantastic Four movie in 2015. The movie wasn't fantastic, but his role was unique because in the comics and previous films, Johnny was a white man. However, he did an excellent job at playing up the Torch's attitude. Unfortunately for Michael B. Jordan, all the time he spent on Fantastic Four resulted in him having to pass on appearing in a much better film. After all, Dr. Dre reportedly wanted Jordan to play a younger version of himself in the hit film Straight Outta Compton. Jordan had no choice but to pass on Straight Outta Compton because he was working on Fantastic Four at the time it was set to be filmed. Number 9. He didn't let his mom watch the filming of his character's final scene on The Wire. Jordan spoke with Vulture in 2018 about filming Wallace's heartbreaking final sequence on The Wire, in which the character is shot and killed. He admitted to the publication that he sort of knew it was coming. Especially when you get that knock on your trailer door from David Simon. I'll never forget it. He said, "I love you. The audience loves you. We've got to kill you. We've got to kill you off." He continued, "I remember telling my mom not to show up on set that day. My mom gets extremely emotional, and this was kind of too much. I didn't want her to see it." Number 8. The B in his name stands for Bakari. Michael A. Jordan, Jordan's father, was the inspiration for the name rather than the famed basketball player. According to Pop Sugar, that B in his name is for Bakari, which means promising in Swahili. Right now, he appears to be living up to that name, as he has been conducting himself in a manner that appears to be living up to the promise that his parents made by naming him in such a way. His career is on a roll right now and doesn't appear to be slowing down anytime soon. And since we're on the subject of middle names, did you know that he added his middle initial to avoid confusion with Michael Jordan, the legendary NBA star? Many people assumed he was related to the NBA player, but he was quick to make use of his middle initial to dispel the notion because it would have been far too confusing for many people, and the subject was likely asked frequently. Number 7. He didn't initially dream of becoming an actor. Everyone has to start off somewhere, and appearing in advertisements is a good way to get noticed. Or, at least it was in the past. A drawback of commercials nowadays is that many people choose to ignore them, but talent agents are undoubtedly still scouring the country for fresh talent. Jordan revealed to NG.com in 2015 that his mother's decision to bring him to his very first commercial audition was what really got his career going. It wasn't something he always wanted to pursue, but like many young people, he admitted, I didn't know what I wanted to be, and modeling and acting. It got me out of school early, giving me an opportunity to go into the city, so I was all into that. Number 6. He launched a production company that's aiming to make Hollywood more inclusive. Outlier Society, Jordan's production firm, is attempting to make a difference in Hollywood. In 2018, he committed to including the Inclusion Rider, a provision that lets actors contractually demand 50% diversity in the cast and crew on set in all of his productions. In his statement to Vanity Fair at the end of the same year, the actor said, "I want to create projects for Brad Pitt, but at the same time, I want to be able to create a movie for Will Smith or Denzel or Lupita or Tessa. It's going to be eclectic. It's going to be animation. It's going to be non-scripted. It's going to be digital. It's going to be film, television. It's going to be video games." Number 5. He has been in all of director Ryan Coogler's films. Jordan has appeared in all feature-length films directed by Ryan Coogler. The actor portrayed Oscar Grant in the moving biopic Fruitvale Station, the title character in the Rocky sequel, Creed, and the charismatic antagonist in Black Panther. He has also made an appearance in the new Black Panther: Wakanda Forever and will also be seen in Creed 3, which is set to be released in the year 2023. In 2018, Coogler told MTV News, "Mike is an incredibly talented, experienced actor. He brings an insane work ethic and a consistency that's really great to have on a set." Number 4. He's a huge anime fan. Jordan frequently tweets about anime, with Naruto and Bleach appearing to be his favorites. When asked what his guilty pleasure was during a 2014 press interview with Pop Sugar, the actor initially wrote anime before crossing it out and settling with women. Anime has been popular for a long time, and it's fun to find out who's enjoying it and how long they've been watching it. However, the fascination for some people is easy to uncover, whilst the interest shown by others is variable and can be based on almost anything. Right now, his career is on the upswing, and it appears like he will be one of the biggest stars around, especially after Creed 2 hit the theaters before, as so many people were looking forward to what amounts to a rematch in a very obscure sense. Whatever happens, Jordan's career will be something on which he can rely on for a really long time. Number 3. He was a voice actor for a major video game. Jordan provided the voice of Jay Stratton in the critically acclaimed video game franchise Gears of War 3, released in 2011. The Black Panther actor had also agreed to play the lead in the anime series Genlock. Genlock is a 3D animated series by Rooster Teeth that takes place on Earth, as its last free culture is on the losing side of a worldwide conflict. A diverse group of teenage pilots is assembled to pilot the next generation of mecha, or huge, weaponized mechanical bodies. These recruits discover that their enhanced skills come at a high price. Jordan played Julian Chase, who abandons his life as a fighter pilot to become the first candidate for the program, where his endurance as well as his entire identity will be challenged beyond anything he could have imagined. The creation of Genlock was a joint effort between Rooster Teeth and Jordan's Outlier Productions. In the 6th episode of What If, it brought back Eric Killmonger from Black Panther, previously portrayed by Michael B. Jordan. Marvel explores a scenario in which Killmonger saves Tony Stark and Afghanistan in this adventure. As one might assume, the implications for the MCU are significant. We travel to Wakanda much earlier in the storyline. Along with some exciting fighting scenes, we have all the information you need about Black Panther's beloved villain, Killmonger, in case you're wondering why the Killmonger voice actor may sound similar. Yes, Killmonger's voice should be recognizable because Michael B. Jordan is reprising his role from Black Panther. Jordan is one among many well-known MCU actors that returned for What If. This is Michael B. Jordan's first appearance in the MCU since Black Panther in 2018. Of course, Michael B. Jordan's return here does not imply that Killmonger will appear in the live-action MCU. In the continuity, his character is clearly dead. Thus, this is more of a lighthearted return than a full-fledged resurrection. However, as the MCU moves toward more multiverse-based themes in other installments, we can never rule out a Killmonger return. Number 2. He bought his parents a house. Jordan bought a house in Sherman Oaks, California, for his parents in 2016, where he stayed for a few years. But he finally got his own house in 2019. During an appearance on The Ellen DeGeneres Show in 2020, the presenter spoke with him about the big relocation, which was just about 20 minutes away. It happened, Michael said before continuing. I'm pretty sure they saged the entire house when I left, like they lit incense and bleached it down and got rid of all of me. Yes. Despite the fact that he no longer lives with his parents, the actor claims he is near enough to visit for Sunday dinners. Number 1. Jordan took tap dancing lessons at the beginning of his career. Jordan admitted in a 2013 interview with HuffPost that as a child he would have done anything to finish school early. As a result, when his parents encouraged him to pursue acting at the age of 11, he took up a variety of interests, including tap dancing. Since he doesn't seem to exhibit any tendencies towards this in many movies, this isn't exactly something you would have imagined. However, it's also possible that he clung to the ability for a while before letting go of it. According to him, he was only trying to get out of school early and receive free food. I didn't know what I wanted to do at that age. I was doing everything, playing basketball, acting, tap dancing. Speaking about his mother, he continued, "Do not quote me. She made me take tap dance." Aside from that, Michael B. Jordan was also homeschooled. There are advantages and downsides to this because it is a give-and-take situation. He was nonetheless allowed to play basketball for the adjacent high school because homeschooled students can participate in the school system with proper cooperation. And here's a bonus fact. Did you know that his favorite actress is Meryl Streep? This shouldn't come as much of a surprise considering how many people have found inspiration in her, and everyone has a favorite or two that they hold in high regard for various reasons. For whatever reason, he was taken with Streep and has been a fan of hers for quite some time. And those were 10 things that you probably didn't know about Michael B. Jordan. There's quite a lot of things that are very interesting to know about him, wouldn't you agree? I bet that you didn't know most of these. How many of these facts were you aware of? And which one caught your attention the most? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell for more celebrity news. Thanks for watching.